Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all the people that are listening. I'm your host, Devin, and bringing you stories that shake the system, challenge reality, and make you ask what's really behind those bars. So, in today's segment, we're going to be diving into actually something that caught my eye, and no, this is something that actually caught the internet by storm. 10 inmates gone, vanished, escaped from prison, leaving behind nothing but broken bars and stunned security system. And I'm wondering, how did these guys, plan to escape this? And when I was looking about these guys, I was really asking myself, who was really, the Michael Scofield of all these 10 inmates, who was really the the brain behind their escape? Because this is where how it this is how it got really funny. 10 people went out, they broke out, and then they left a word that says it was easy law. Let's break down. You are in the prison. You're being sentenced to a certain year, a certain year, or a certain age for the crime that you did. But these people, they actually escaped from prison and then left out a word saying it was easy law. And what makes it funny, we are trying to understand who was really the Michael Scofield behind this, because these people went out, and it the people of the prison realized it that they have gone when it's almost 7 hours have passed. So these guys had 7 hours ahead for them to plan for their for their escape, to go anywhere they want. And what makes it funny is that anyone who could with a brain escape from prison, if you just give him a 7 hours ahead with the right plan, someone will be in Mexico, China, or even Africa, any country that he would be in during that escape. But this is how that something that really made me funny. These people, 10 inmates escaped, and then 5 of them are being caught. Just imagine. There is a dude who has fallen at his place. Now just imagine, how could you escape from prison and then you just go right at your place, at your crib, and then you just, be there chilling. That's the first place a police would, go in to search, just in case to make sure maybe you pass there to get something like money, gun, anything, or maybe even your passport, some legal documents that can actually you can use to bypass any border, something like that. And then there's some guy who was also found on Instagram Live. I might have called this the dumbest escape in the history of escaping. That's the reality. Because these inmates really didn't have a plan. And I'm thinking to myself that if these guys had really a plan, it has to be one person that had a plan. These guys, the other 9 inmates, just falling. That's the reality. They just, found out, hey guy, you're going to escape. Oh, okay, put me on the, have you ever watched the Prison Break movie? There are guys that actually we are not on the plan, but just because they knew Michael Scofield was going to escape, they were also they were brought in into the plan. And I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering, this has to be the same issue. Most of these people didn't really have a plan where to go. Maybe one person had a really a good plan of escaping, but also when these guys, came in, you're going to escape. Also, me, I want to escape, and he was like, you can hop on. And yes, the evidences has proven it right. 5 of them are being caught, and one was found in his crib, chilling. Another one was being found on Instagram Live. How dumb was he? For sure, this has to be the dumbest escape in the history of, in the history of escaping. These guys didn't see movies. Some people, when they want to escape, I think they get a knowledge about some movies, and he sees on the movie and says, maybe this can help. Maybe if I do like this and this, I get someone help me outside. But this guy didn't do anything. Anyway, let me hear what your thoughts are in the comment section. Uh, I don't know what you're thinking, and my question could be is that if you are one of these 10 inmates, how long will it take a police to actually find you? Because most of the people didn't even last a day. I think the last people they got, it was something like 3 days to 6 days to 4 days. The last two, because they already the five we are being caught, but I think the last two that we are being caught took the police something like 3 to 4 days. I want to know in the comments, if you were you that escaped from the prison, how long could it take the police station or the police people, any military, any security organism, or even the police of the prison to catch you or to capture you? And how long will it take you to actually to move from the States to another country? My name is Dave, and thanks for listening. This is the Oko Radio, and just keep tuning in, keep listening. We are bringing more of the stories that actually are happening, and also digging into you know, the financial, entrepreneur, success, motivational stories that are going to be hitting up. Now, the reason as why we created this Echo Radio, because we value your time. We know most of the people don't have that urge of listening to a radio for longer periods. That's why we created for you, whereby you're able to listen to a radio for 7 minutes, 8 minutes. You'll be like, I want to listen to the radio, but I want to listen to radio for only 8 minutes. That's when we come in. So I thank you for listening. Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section down below, and I'll see you again to another session. Thank you.